making my brain hurt. What's up, YouTube? It's another Friday ride home. This time I don't think I'm gonna get rained on, which is a good thing. How you guys' week been? I hope it has been a good one. Mine was fun. I said that like I'm reading a book report in front of the class. On the first day of my summer vacation, I went downtown to look for a job. And then I hung out in front of the drugstore. Anyway, one time I saw a Corvette in a tree. Now I probably shouldn't just leave that hanging, because that's kind of an odd statement to make, as generally in nature you don't find Corvettes in a tree. It just doesn't generally go together as a pair. But seriously, one day I was riding on Wolfpen Gap, Georgia 180, up in the Blue Ridge Mountain area, Suches, Georgia. Me and my buddy Aaron was riding. You know, we were riding it a little quick, as we are a little prone to do. We come around one hairpin turn, and suddenly there are emergency vehicles and ambulances and cops all over the place, and lights are blinking, and we're like, what the fuck? And then as we work our way up, we see that there is a yellow Corvette backwards in a tree. Apparently there's another hairpin turn after the one we were on, and apparently they were coming from the opposite direction and lost rear end traction, slid off the road backwards, and landed literally in the tree. And that was because the cliff drops off on the back of that curve. They were extremely lucky to have landed in the tree and not went down the cliff. And there it was, nice yellow Corvette in a tree. The real bummer was that it kind of ruined the two best curves on that road. These two hairpin turns were like right one after the other, just about. I'll dig up an example from the archives of me riding through that particular set of curves. This is the one where the Corvette was in the trees. Does not look like anyone was injured. Hell, doesn't even look like the car was damaged too much, other than obviously going to have some scrapes and gouges in it from the tree. Possibly a bent frame, depending on how hard they landed in the tree. But I was just thinking about that the other day, and so I thought I would share that with you good folks that like to tune in, watch me ride around and talk shit. Looks like traffic's about to get real heavy, so I'm going to try to go focus on that. You guys have a good one. Ride fast, but ride safe. Peace.